and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing some Dimir mid-range. I'm finally done with all the Apex Invitational stuff, at least for now. The season has concluded. If you want to check out those videos, they'll be up on YouTube at Apex Gaming. If you're at all curious, it is modern, so you don't have to worry about watching Vivi the whole time. So that's pretty cool, but modern's kind of a sick place. Quantum Riddler kind of causing a lot of problems over there, that's for sure. But with that said, we're going to be playing Dimir mid-range. I don't know what all decks I will really be showcasing. I'm very excited for Avatar, as I hope a lot of you are as well. And hopefully that ban can come through at some point so people can start enjoying Standard again a bit more, because I was having a lot of fun with Standard. I still enjoy it. It's just every time I see Vivi, I just want to close the game and move on. But, you know, it's okay. I don't want to be that negative about it. I have a good time playing. But we're playing probably the deck I think will get the most upgrades to it, especially when it comes to Lorwyn. But for now, we're going to be playing our Dimir mid-range, and I did change a couple cards to talk about it in the outro, so if you want to figure out a bit what I changed, then it'll be there. But with that said, let's dive in. Oh, we get to go first? Yeah, I mean, yeah. A little pressure out there. Play this next, maybe crack the map. Sure, dude. You get my removal spell. I drew another one. Sure. Pretty good card, just in general. Especially if it's mono black removal, we're going to need threats. We have a Verge, not online. Okay. So if we ever find an Enduring Curiosity, our opponent immediately loses, I think. It's kind of what these matchups come down to. If they're heavy discard, because if they're what I think they are, they're realistically on like 3 duresses through 3 tactics and playing a lot of other nonsense cards. We'll also take damage to Bitter Triumph, something if we need to. That's kind of why I didn't play the Sissel into our Flood Pits. Well, clearly I can't do nothing about that. But, you know, what we can do is this. This is pretty good.
Bet you didn't expect to see me here.
Surveil here.
I've got you beat 6 different ways.
Removal not necessarily that relevant. Like, I just don't know what they do to get rid of Kaido, and if it is something like a Bitter Triumph or something. Now it's putting us at card advantage. Sure. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because we could technically shock this, stun that, and get in after them. Probably just don't need to use Sissel here. Yeah. Surveil too. Curiosity's good enough, I think. Here. Do the flyer. This is mana cost? Sure. And we take that because if they unlock the chamber, it is less mana. And it just says destroy target creature, which also gets their sanctuary, by the way. If fishes bring this up to live, they're cooked. It's over. It's not even close. If they bring that up, they go to 8, and then we just stun it with Kaido, use the Reef, attack them for lethal, even though they go to 8. No line leads to a victory if it is just make a demon or do this because of what Kaido does to them after. So, with that said, I mean, we take a... Not necessarily like... It feels easy, but not an easy match because they do interact pretty well. We just Kaido's so hard to interact with though. All right, we're launching this one, right? What are they gonna do? Duress me again? Intimidation me? There's mono greens just everywhere down here. I feel like I've been playing against it a lot. That's kind of... I mean, realistically, if you're going to play mono green landfall, you kind of have to play it in gold and plat, like, later in the season. Oh, wait, it's Simic. I thought it was going to be the other, like, mono green landfall. And basically, to continue what I was saying on that, I don't find that deck to be all that good. It's more fun than good, and it's not particularly close. This gives ward... So, our long goodbye, very good against it. I'll offer. I don't know what I'm offering, but I'm offering it. In turn. See if maybe they double down on like something like a siren. Enough. We might have to make like a weird play. They also, if they do that, they might have messed up with this blue land. Could be a bounce effect. Although Ward 1 itself isn't necessarily all that impressive, right? Counter there. 3 Kaidos is inexperienced, to say the least. Offer the trade. Here. Just to shut their mana off for a turn. Obviously, we're okay with it because we're going to try to Kaido here. I mean, worst case, for them is just level up the innkeepers and give your lane where elves ward, I guess. Or just make it a 4/4, I guess. Alright, sweet draw. This ninjutsu up.
Just in time to save the day.
That creature can stay as big as it wants, bro. It's stunned.
Will ya?
I ain't messing with that, boy. They're missing land drops. I'm just going to force this land where elves that they're riding on to be difficult. Obviously, now they hit the 3rd land, so, you know, things can potentially happen. All patch, sure. Be a weird one though. Obviously. Oh man. This being sorcery is kind of whack. Let's do this.
Never
Here.
underestimate my skills.
Okay. -2, -2. Sure. Just stop on this upkeep. This. App. They gotta realize that their life total is getting very low very quickly, and I'm slowly just pushing them out of the game. Oh, it's weird. It's there, but it doesn't have the chain animation on it, which is kind of surprising. Also, giving your creatures ward 2 right now would probably be pretty good. Maybe they just think I have nowhere to run, which would take that kind of effect away. If they don't upgrade at least one of them here, I'd be mind blown. Sure. So close, but so far. It's 6 damage that I have here. The token does have what ward stuff, like nothing being shown on there with everything being shown everywhere else is wild. Let's swing this, I guess. I want to draw here.
Now I know your weakness.
I guess. No, I want to land, I think, more here. Play Spyglass Siren. They still gotta do something, right? Like, they still have to interact with me. Maybe using my blue was a bad idea, but that's fine. Use my blue because I'm dumb, but that's fine. But we can't do something really weird and still reward ourselves because we're an idiot. Done. If they put a counter on it now, it's already been targeted. Well, I guess this can't put a counter on it, but it's already been targeted, so I wouldn't have to pay ward regardless. Sure. Make your creatures huge, brother. Have lethal on board. So. It's Spyglass Siren violence on Spyglass Siren violence. That's hard to say. Flyer on flyer violence. What is one to do? Nice. Taking that. A little bit of a weird game, but I don't know. Obviously, I probably could have played that much better. Having 3 Kaidos in my hand, though, did make it a bit more awkward. But I probably definitely could have played that much better. Opponent goes first. This hand's just... like, we're bound to draw, like, some type of stuff. But it just feels so whack. Having the removal is just always nice. Okay. If it's mono black, then I feel a little bit better because we have a little bit more time. But I don't have that in time for your unholy annex, brother. That stuff resolves before I get there. Don't worry. I drew 3rd Restless Reef. What would you like? Go ahead. Alright, how's this work? Void. That creature can... if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn or a spell was warped this turn. Okay. I just realized, but I might not be able to warp it anyway. Because it's the reef I didn't play. Okay, now I can. Here. Weirdly enough, like the land draw is pretty good. Not that I'm pumped about that land draw, because it makes it just weird. Because now I went from a 4 land hand to a 6 land hand with 1 like actual card of action. We just hope they do nothing. They do nothing. And I keep drawing lands. So I'm not going to reveal that one at least. Like, I don't want them to know my whole hand for free, I guess. This will sure. Guys, most likely a removal spell. I mean, if we just flood and... okay. What do we even do here? Like they're on 3 lands actually playing stuff out. I just have 8 lands. Go ahead. Here. I mean, at least I have enough lands to do that, I guess. You know what I mean? Yeah, keep playing spells out. This game just... Okay, bro. Like, sure, man. You got it. Like, what? Alright, in this game, I have the same amount of spells as I found all last game, so that's pretty good. Might be the mirror. That tapped. Then we can... Yeah, it's the mirror. Long goodbye is good in the mirror because I can't really do much. Never mind, it's mill. Alright, dude. I don't know. Mill is something. This does shut off their artifact, weirdly enough. I really went into flood, do nothing, into now I have to play against mill. I'm not going to say I'm the happiest guy in the world. Because I'm not when it comes to this. But who knows? Maybe we'll get there somehow. Oh, man. When it comes to mill, I just like don't even want to play. It's so weird because they just like barely almost get there, or they just like we're never close. But with nowhere to run, my Kaido's not even good. Yeah. Yeah. Here's this. Go ahead. We're gonna try to flash this in. Or like at some point we have to counter the mill half our library. So if it's just one of these, we might be able to beat it, but we just won't be able to beat everything. I think it's a race. And they have a counter spell up, I think. Yeah, I think they just have a counter spell and they're gonna counter this. Yeah. So we have to try to beat these. I don't really know how, but I think we have to basically let them board wipe me.
Watch closely. You'll out of the shadows and into the fray.
Plus here. If you don't know why we're plussing, it's because this also becomes a 4/4, so we technically have like 10 damage on them. We actually, if we draw a untapped land and they do nothing, we actually have lethal. But the one card is, what's the mill half my library one? Oh, they didn't shock. Alright, not, oh my god, please, players, everyone. Please cast your look at your top 6 card before you like do that. Now they gotta grab one card, right? Like, what if this is a 4-mana spell that they want? Well, we miss. We have half their life right here and a counter spell. So I think we have to just tack this way. I'm not even sure I want to do this. So they could technically cast something like a long goodbye as well. We're going to try to 3 steps ahead here. Sure. 11. They can activate it and then wheel, I guess. But if we go to 15 and do 15, if they try to cast a board wipe, they just won't get there. They don't have enough. But, alright, cool. I was going to say, dude, if I get milled out fully, I'm going to tweak. But we get there, which is dope. Opponents first. Got removal, counterspell, sure. Okay. Dude, is mono green the only deck down here in gold? Do we get gold intentionally so we're able to play this deck again? Or is it delirium, I guess? This is delirium. Weird enough, I suppose. I just hold this bitter triumph, or do I just play? Maybe I just play this. I want to take a crack for 3 to like shut all their creatures off. Yeah. Could have maybe killed that, I guess. My bad. Sorry for being on the draw, I guess. Undo actually. Bit of combat. You can like technically shut it off forever. We kind of don't want to actually commit into that in case they play a second one. Yeah. Here. Here. Manage to like exile something if they want. Sure. Throw a chump here. We knew we were going to draw a land, so of course that's why we did that. It might be hold up counterspell here. Could be Kaido like stun a thing. This off. A little part of me thinks this also might just be Preacher. It would gain a mana. I'm gonna play Preacher. Preacher just kind of gatekeeps here. Doesn't let them really get over the top. If they play another one, I'm probably just dead now, but I don't even know what that says. Whenever you expand 4, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Alright. Fair enough. Another one of these. Hold up my counter spell. They've already shown me that just having Preacher back is enough to stop them from playing the game. Now I'm holding up counter spell, of course. This is a weird one. This is a weird one. Now I make 2 mana. This is where like a curiosity has to come in eventually. But with 2 of these, I'm gonna be able to attack and just shut off a lot of things. Sure. I bet. Off. I understand I can ninjutsu in, but I can also counter and copy now, I think. It's what? 6 mana total, so I can counter and copy now. That's where we get to. Lands, am I right? Yeah, no, dude, I get it, bro. For sure. And this is just like the lands. What a game this has become. The thing is, like, you don't even have the option to block, which is what's crazy. And at some point, I'm gonna play Kaido, but shutting things off has felt pretty good. 3 steps of heading here will be good. Whenever it matters. Eventually. We're going to counter that. Make a copy of Preacher here. Now it's just same scenario. And now we're going to have to use Kaido here to draw some cards. And I'll make a 1/1 on the back end, which is pretty fine. Because I have a copy, I think it's okay. And because it's Death Touch, if they want to double block it, then be my guest, bro. You're considering it. Yeah, we'll do this.
Eyes up. It's state for slim
Bada bing,
chances
bada
just
boom.
make victory that much sweeter.
Prevailing here.
I've
Bottom both of those. I rather like any other cards at this moment. Maybe any other cards was a harsh way to say that, but I'm going to play this back out. I understand we could bring this reef up. These have been putting in so much good value, shutting cards off. I think it's fine. This fight, try to destroy. No, it looks at top 4. They have Delirium on that guy. Planeswalker, creature, instant land. They can. They 100% can. But it still would shut off all this, which is weird. It's just a weird game. This is why Beast Binder is so good, by the way, if you're curious. We have not found a way to answer this card. I mean, we had a removal spell if we needed to. We have not actually found a way to answer that card. Just say all-out opportunity attack angle. These are unblockable. This is Death Touch. It could be. I could also just start stunning some stuff. What if we just stun this? Right. We play our land down.
Will ya?
Go to combat, and we have more card. We have less cards than them. So, I think our preachers are getting in. I'm not letting that get blocked for free. Let's do it. You. This is a really sick deck they're playing, though. I thought it was going to be Delirium. At one point. Not quite the case. That's an incredible draw. This is where, like, Curiosity makes its money, right? We're just in this weird grindy spot. We're going to flash in a Curiosity, and all doubts about this game being won is going to be over. Because we're going to put probably 3 more cards in our hand. And also have the 4/3 blocker. We will have to see what our opponent does. Of course. Because they actually have to make a decision here. Double block. Okay. Could double block Kaido here, yeah. Curiosity now. So like we said, we're basically getting 3 cards. You can activate that all day. Death Touch, so that's fine. Definitely just want to answer that guy, because if it ever untaps, it's obviously a problem. 3 cards. Sure. Yep, and that's basically the gist of it. It's like, if you flood and everything, kind of like we are. We're not flooding now, because we've obviously found a lot of cards to go with it. But this is a situation where, like, we've hit a little bit of lands. Then it's like, alright, well, Curiosity's gonna Gonna make that not relevant. Thing is, that's still stunned for 2 turns, so there's not really anything it's gonna do. Let's say just randomly have a board wipe, which is okay, because then we flash this in and then bring this up, or even just bring this up and then do this. It doesn't really matter. But I respect them. This is a really cool deck that they're playing. Exiling everything. You got a challenge. Yeah, that's fine. You achieved it. It is now a 7/7. Yeah, bro. I was trying to send him a heart, but that's brutal. Opponents first. We'll keep. Not a great hand. Hope to draw maybe something to get out of it, but creature's a pretty good draw to get out of it. Spyglass. Op. What you got going on over there? Spectral Sailor. So it's the Simic deck? Or just mono blue? It's mono blue. I know what I'm on about. Here. Heal. I will gladly take your draw engine away from you. Hopefully at some point I can draw the non-sorcery speed, because I haven't ran into Reanimator at all. This might have to come down. But I know as soon as I cut this, I'm getting Superior Spider-Man out of the game. Yeah, I'm good. Like, you could bluff me on that. There's just no way I'm blocking there. Not a chance. Combat. Fun. Sure. Yep. Here. Thought about jamming the Preacher, but this feels like an obvious counterspell. Sure. Gives me something to do. They play more creatures out, right? Sure. Now I can also kind of block here, because the likelihood of them double pumping at this spot is not great. Yeah, we can tell by that. Now, to be fair, 2/4 is a little bit more troublesome to them. Sure. I'm a Preacher. They probably have counterspell for it, but like, yeah, I can't wait forever. I have a lot of flash creatures like Curiosity and stuff that I would much rather clear the way for. If I can, then obviously great. If I can't, then also great. Okay.
Whatever you need, I've got.
Block.
Follow me,
Sure.
Pom Pom John.
Can I just shut the Planeswalker off? I can. Alright. I'll just ignore that. Most part. And sure. Can't be blocked, which is okay. Okay, sorta. Like, I don't feel great about it. Okay. Alright.
I'm a master of my craft.
Yeah. Combat. Here. Cut that off. Maybe I could have used this, but hopefully at some point I rip a Curiosity, but your Planeswalker's done, dude. He's cooked. Big honor. And you were both just staring at each other doing nothing. That's a great card to draw in a spot like this. One card in their hand. I could go for Kaido, but when I'm just shutting it off every turn, I just don't care about it. Yep. Get on that one, Chief. I will get rid of the only card that I can't cast at instant speed here. Against a card that I can only interact with if I can cast something at instant speed. Sure. Now, we do the exact same play. Here. Here. You like to Tidebinder me again? You would. Cool. That is fine with me. I can't block anyway, I guess. Shoot that, man. That's fun. Get him for a turn, I guess. Still putting a lot of pressure on them. Again, putting ourselves on, like, curiosity watch. That has a target. This fizzles, I believe. Does it? Yeah, I was gonna say, because you have a target, it actually fizzles the target, which is pretty funny. And now I go flip it. Then I go... Should I just answer it? I probably should, right? You just not even let it become an option. Here. Here. I know this is a lot of damage I'm, like, missing out on. But... I just think it's one of those things. Oh, 3 spells off the top? Sweet. There's a lot of damage I'm missing out on, but that's also, like, just a good value card. It does say up to 1, and now this is where this card's good. But we can actually shut it off with this, which is nice. We pay there, which is interesting, but we take that game. Very cool. Alright, opponent's on the draw, or play. I'm on the draw. I have stuff that's good for us being on the draw. If they're aggro, obviously we have interaction. Not, but here we're going to go just jam a Sissel. Like, I don't know. It could be a couple of things. Our fear is like omniscience, but I think it's okay. Strategic Betrayal. Finally. We're going to be good for one of our spells here. Nice. So we go here. We don't really want to leave up anything, I think. I want to put a counter here because obviously that's never targeting that. That is a pretty good card. We'll take it. Put a little bit of fear in their heart. Sure. Okay. Deal. So, there's a bit of an interesting problem here. And the fact that my counterspell is not technically available. I have an Arden in there with an Overlord. They can mill 3. I don't know if they will, though. Maybe they'll just think that's enough to beat me, which is probably true, to be honest.
Don't be jealous of my talent.
We're gonna try to just hope they don't jam it here, essentially. Here's it. 1. Like, I just kind of hope it's like maybe a tap land here and then like a makeup turn. But if they jam it, then sure. Sweet. So Overlord, we're gonna get a lot of value here. They're probably gonna pick up 1 right now. Thankfully, we don't really have a lot going on in there. As for Origins, even better. Now we just get to barrel this for sure. There's a Valgavoth that goes in there. Nice. So for us, it's all about the value, you know? Even though a little part of me just wants to hard counter it, maybe. But then they can just pick something back up. So I kind of want to take all that away from them. Let's go to combat. Attack here. We're probably going to look for about another piece of interaction. It's just good. Here. 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 Then now, I can discard a card. You do return target card. They can just discard something, I guess. They really wanted to. I mean, that's a pretty good one to do. It puts it back in their hand, so it just, I guess, doesn't really do anything. You can't return this back to your hand. It's the trigger that's resolving as it goes away. Sure. Kaido's gone. Now we just hold this up. They didn't play an uncounterable land. They haven't played like a cavern yet, so obviously for us here, it is just play around that the best we can. Play island. Probably activate here. This thing, no. Brutal. Go to combat. Them. Hopefully they don't hit anything like relevant enough that they try to go for it. Yeah, that's not anything relevant enough. Because we want to bring this up. Obviously they could always, I would say they can always turn our counterspell bad. But you don't have anything good in there, bro. We have a preacher, I guess, if you want to use that on it. Up. How do I beat it now? I don't know. I don't even think I can. Have 6 damage on board, so pretty close to lethal. Okay. Play. Guess it's like Dock here, Beast Binder. And then I don't know. I don't. Now they can get rid of Arden and reanimate it. Which, to be fair, not like the worst thing that's ever happened because it is 4 life. But yeah, I just cannot counter that by any stretch. Yeah, it's fine. The creature will have menace. It'll be our graveyard, unfortunately. Just now whether or not they attack with it. If they attack with it, I think it's kind of a mistake, but maybe I'm wrong. I could definitely be he's wrong, because then it's like this weird thing. Creature, sure. Will they attack? You do. Alright, so now we have some math to figure out. They make a blocker. So annoying. Alright. So if I don't know. Seems good enough to me. Make a copy. And this seems really weird. But I think the play is to make a copy of this. And the reason why is because we want this map token. There's a flood pits. Do I have enough? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Real? Okay. Let's activate map here. 5/5 lifelinker that will flip is going to be pretty good if it does work. Deal. Great card on top. Obviously, we play this land tapped. We now pop that out of our way. So we got 1, 2, 3. Got a lot, right? So now we just go to combat. We attack. Cut that guy off. They're kind of forced to block here. And then our dude will flip. Which is nice. And then we just end turn and we just flash this in. Cut down any crazy thing that I could think of. They could definitely Overlord hit something nuts. That would obviously not be great. It's hard cast Arden. That's fine. Because now whatever they bring back, I just Flood Pits tap it. So we're good. That. Eyeglass Siren, I suppose. And we somehow escaped this game that we probably shouldn't have, I suppose. Shouldn't have is strong. Flip it. Tap it. And just show them I have it. If they want to stay, they can stay all they want. I don't really care. It's up to them. But all my creatures will have indestructibility when attacking here. I'll just do this, I guess, brother. Come on. You got it, bro. You got it, bro. Maybe I would have done it. Who knows? I thought when I was doing the block, I thought this had indestructibility always, or was indestructible always. And then I was like, that's only the lifelink symbol. We're going to bring it back. It's not indestructible. And we did make that block. So very cool. All right. So here we are. This is the list we were on at the end. I do think that Betrayal was like slightly getting worse. And I think I tried the 4 Preachers. This has to be Tidebinder. Like, I refuse for it not to be. Oh, yeah, we have them over here. This has to be Tidebinder. There's just no way to not be playing it. There's just so many opportunities in which is good. Because it can just stop so many things. I think you have to be kind of doing this. I think it makes maybe more sense. And I am not on for Curiosity. I think I like that more. I think it was sort of changes I would make right away. I did cut just a couple cards to get Shoot the Sheriff in. We were a little bit lower to the ground. It turned out not to be that great, so we stopped being that low to the ground. But I will say, honestly, the reason I wanted to play this, and I'm probably going to play it a bit more, is we're in that really weird thing where Avatar's kind of coming out, and Standard is not the most creative place, just because a lot of people are a little frustrated with Standard, and that is kind of fine. I've noticed at local shop, most of the players were kind of like, yeah, we're just done with it for now until, Wizards finally does something about it, which I think most people are. So with that said, I hope you all enjoyed the video anyway. I know I didn't talk about much. I bought my webcam too. As you can see, it's like moving all over the place. I'm supposed to be moving soon. We gotta wait for like the loan and everything to happen. So I haven't really done much because I literally have all these things in the other room to like bring and put in the background and like actually make the background. And then there was a plan of me moving, so I didn't do it. And then now it's taking forever. So now I've just been sitting here forever with nothing. Like I have oversized cards, I have posters, I have like some cool Magic stuff I have to like put up, and like other things I enjoy. Stuff's not here yet, so I don't know. Like we haven't done it yet, so I don't know. With that said, I hope you all enjoyed regardless. And there's a little bit of update on me, I guess. But with that said, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.